How are you? We are back for season 3. I was just getting a kick out of my intro. I'm thinking we got to add something to the end because it's just like a blank white screen just sitting there. And I'm like, oh, we need like a 3, 2, 1 or something to make it more, Yeah, it's like a little countdown, get you ready. But yes, we are back for season 3 with Pillow Talk Unplugged. And so much has happened we were on our break. We did great things, and we got to add someone to our podcast, which I am so excited about. So this season is definitely going to come with a lot of joy and laughter and oohs and ahs and just everything. Yes, very good conversation. So if you're in the chat, say hello. I mean, on the podcast tonight, say hello so I can know that my chat is working. Because I do not intend on having any what is this called? Technical difficulties. So go ahead, Anya. Sorry about that.
Well, no. Hopefully we don't,
Okay.
The hiccups will just be good entertainment. That's all.
Right. That's what I think. So our new co-host is Lynette, but unfortunately she's not on our show tonight. Our poor girl hurt herself. She had an incident hanging out with family and broke her poor ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Poor thing. I could just only imagine how that feels for us in our age, right? I'm not gonna call out the age, but when you get up there, bones breaking is not the same. Like that puts you in like a different mindset. I could just imagine what she's going through, but we're also praying that she has a speedy recovery. And if God's will, she will be on the next show. But tonight we're gonna get through this because tonight is about wedding planning and the Leverett Saga.
The fun.
When I say that this wedding brought the ugly, the emotions were high, it just brought all types of stuff out of me. I have planned events for a very long time, right, Anya? Like I'm always doing something and I put my effort into it. But the wedding is, it's something unbelievable. Hey, Tanelia.
You did so good though. You weren't you didn't show all your emotions on the outside. You did good.
I tried my best. At the end, I was a real
call it
bridezilla. I think with the B word at the end because it was just so much going on. Our girl is on today, and that's one of my bridesmaids. Oh my God. Hey girl.
Hey,
yes. So that's what happened. So Lynette is out. So she was saying sorry to hear about Lynette hurting her ankle, but we hope that she gets better soon. But in the meantime, again, I am Stacy, owner of Sachet Essence, Pillow Talk Unplug, all the good stuff. A lot of people already know that I make skincare products. I'm well known for that, and I'm forever grateful because everyone supports my business and they just take care of your girl. So I am grateful. And I also have a big announcement at the end, so got to stay on for that as well too. And Anya, you could tell them about yourself.
Well, I'm Anya, her best friend. I was the co-host last season, and she has asked me to join again this time. And hopefully, I don't blink at the camera, as she says. I don't talk enough. But that's because sometimes you want to just listen. Plus, when Stacey get to going, when do you interject?
That's why I say I can't do it this season. So we can't do the blinking. I was like, oh, no blinking this season. You got to help me out. But no, we are ready for a great season. And like I said, tonight you're going to get all the juice of the wedding. Okay. Because there's parts of my wedding that my bridesmaids didn't even know. Just inside things. And I'm going to tell you who took the grunt of it. My cousins, the ones I be on FaceTime with, my cousin Chloe, your Marius. Well, let me say it the right way. Your Marius, because that's the Jamaican way. But a lot of people would say, and I just don't want them to get it wrong. But honey, we were on FaceTime. It started out as 4. But anytime you have a chat with girls or women, something's going to happen. It's going to happen. So it started off great, right? And so we're all in the chat and everything. So it just died down, but they stuck in to the end. And my cousin Deja did too. Until we just got to the end and it was just that. But we'll get to that, right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the chat. All right. It's 4 cousins and we're talking every day. I reunited because we haven't seen them for about, I'll say 14 years, because this is how long we've been in Virginia. I stayed in Richmond for a while, then got here in the 757. Love it. Better place for the kids, hands down. So we were reunited after one of our relatives, well, our uncle had passed away. That was a perfect time. It just kind of brought us all back together. Something we could have done sooner, but the time, I guess everything is timing, right?
And people have lives. You
Yeah,
get busy.
you do. And so we just got back together and it worked, right? So we're all doing great. And I'm going to tell y'all this, where the drama, everything was going good with the wedding planning. I picked the date. Andrew finally proposed, because I'm going to tell y'all.
Not too much on my brother. Not too much.
Listen, not. Okay, so let me not be too hard on him. This all started because earlier in the year, I lost my best friend of 30 years. That was my baby, hands down. I mean, it devastated me, took me up out of here. When I say took me out of here, because we had a plan. And my plan was I was getting ready to drop everything in Virginia and go to North Carolina and start over and not care what I was leaving behind, because I was just fed up. Okay. So remember, this is pillow talk and it's transparent and it's raw. Okay. So I'm letting it all out. So, I mean, I was ready to go. I'm leaving. I was like, I'm packing up. We planning secretly, but in the same breath as us planning, she's still rooting for Andrew. Like, girl, maybe she get. I'm like, what side are you on, sis? I'm ready to go. I was like, he's taking too long. Listen, I'm in my 40s. I don't have time to be waiting on him to figure it out, right? Hey, love. Hey, sis.
Hey.
So I was ready to go. I was like, I'm done. I'm getting up out of here. I'm getting out of Virginia. Nothing here for me. My girlfriend's, yes, but we can always talk. I got to go. So that is my biggest problem in life, just getting away and starting over. I'm always starting over because I'm not afraid to start over. But then I have to think, I have kids. Why do I constantly start over? And knowing that it can affect them as well. They're comfortable here. They're getting, this is where they were raised, basically, because we got here when they were only 1 and almost 3. So this is where they're raised. This is their tradition here. So my girlfriend's still vouching for Andrew. I was like, I'm done. And February 14th, I was talking to her me and Andrew went to lunch. And I was talking to her, and mind you, we were just together because she had just got married, like had an official wedding with her man and everything. It was great. We went down, we did all of that stuff. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, girl. And so I talked to her on the 14th. We were in the restaurant. And I said, hey, I'm going to call you back because it's loud in the restaurant. This was at 1:30. I said, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't get no indication that she didn't feel well. We were kiki laughing. I'm making a joke about Andrew. She's like, girl, leave him alone. Leave that boy alone. That's how she always say it. And she's like, all right. She was like, and then she was like, my computer is giving me problems. And I was like, okay, well, don't worry about it. And this had been happening since that morning. So when I talked to her, that's continued on. Girl, 4:30, I called her back. No answer. Lisa always put her phone on do not disturb on a Friday night. So I figured maybe it's Valentine's. She want to do her thing with her boo. I'm going to leave it be. We'll talk tomorrow. I woke up the next day and the phone was not on do not disturb. So I knew then something was not right, because when the phone picked up, when I called her back at 4:30, it picked up, but then it hung up. So I just thought, oh, it's 4:30. She leaving work. It's time to go. Fast forward the next morning, I still was worried. I'm looking at her phone. I didn't want to bother her because I know how she is about time with her husband. I went and took a nap. I got up. I seen 3 missed calls. I was like, oh, Lisa trying to call me. Andrew was like, see, call her back. I called and her husband answered. girl, my throat immediately knotted up because I just knew something was wrong. I mean, it's a feeling I cannot describe. I can't explain it. And he said, Stacy, I don't know how to tell you this. I said, what? What's wrong with my girl? What's going on? He's like, she passed away passed away at work yesterday. When I say my world, it felt like, I'm trying not to get emotional, a big, heavy boulder just came down on my body and sunk me down in the dirt. I didn't know what to think. So now we got past that and everything. One day, me and Andrew, so we leading up to the wedding. One day, Andrew was sitting in the car. We went to go get our nails and feet done. That's what we normally do. I was sitting in the parking lot and I said, I was looking out the window and we were already going through it, having our little moments. I'm like, here he go. I'm fed up. I'm tired now. Looked out the window and I said, and I cried because I'm still thinking about Lisa. This is a fresh grieving. I said, I have nothing else for you. I was just like, my plan was to leave and my girl's gone. So I don't know if I was more devastated because my plans were I don't know how I was supposed to feel. And so I told him, I'm like, I'm done. I don't have nothing else for you. I don't care what you tell people. I'm out. Leave me alone. That's it, right? Girl, before you know it, the next week, so now I'm skipping all of that because the real thing is about the wedding. Mm-hmm. The ring was walking in the door.
He said, oh, well, can't do this no more. Let me just go ahead. Stop playing.
Okay. His boy was like, why did you decide to get married all of a sudden? And he said, if I didn't, she was going to leave me. Leave my black A. That's what he told him. And from then, he understood. And that told me he knew my worth. He knew what he was losing. So now we planning a wedding. Okay. All right. I'm going to just tell y'all. Go ahead, Anya.
I said, planning a wedding. It was real exciting, y'all. Real exciting. She knew what she wanted to do, had everything figured out. She was like, this is when I'm going to do it. And when she told me the date, I said, Jesus, what?
Yeah, because we did it fast.
I don't feel like that's enough time, but you know what? We're going to make it work. I won't sleep. You won't sleep. Ain't nobody going to sleep. And we're not going to like each other. But okay. It worked out.
Honey, it was going good. I'm going to tell you where it started from. That daggone sister of mine's. All right, let's get to her. Everything was going good. We're talking in our group chat every day. We're planning. She did give me some portion of money towards it in the beginning. You know, everything was going well. I was happy. I was like, wow, she, you know, that was shocking for me because my sister don't help with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be a dire need for her to even put herself out there. So I'm like, wow, you gave me some money. Okay, cool. You know, I didn't think nothing of it. She put her thing in. Hey, Chloe. So Chloe she definitely took a lot of they all took the grunt of the thing. So you got to help tell the story too, Chloe. We got viewers, so we got to help get the story out.
Okay? Yeah, but it was still, you know, y'all, the video calls were so funny. Because I remember when I went to show my dress and she was like, hold on, we got to get them on the phone. They got to see it too. Yes. And I met them for the first time at the wedding. I was talking to my sister and Chloe was like, wait, are you on? Yeah, I recognize that voice immediately.
We
right? Family, y'all. We family.
Connection. So I was like, great. So let me get back to this sister of mine's. She said, we all in the chat, we doing well. Mm-hmm. One day, she got herself arrested. Let's put it like that. This is because Miss Thing decided, I'm not going to court. So when you don't go to court, you get a what? A bench warrant, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So there's a twist with this. So my sister ended up getting arrested. So how it happened is she had a situation. I'm not going to put all her business out there. She had a situation. She wanted to make some changes in her life. She got Chloe involved. She got the other cousin involved. I mean, they are involved, right? Because this is what she does. Me, I'm like, I'm planning a wedding. I ain't got time for it. You stay over there with that. I'm going to stay over here with this. So that was the situation. That day, she was talking to Chloe, which is in the chat. Chloe said, that she was on the phone and then the phone went off. That was it, right? She didn't hear anything else. So we assume she got knocked over the head or something, like buried, gone. We don't know what happened to her. But I was unaware because I wasn't on the phone that day. I'm out here trying to get this wedding together, right? Okay. Look at Lynette. Girl, you go, girl. I'm glad you're still tuning in. Ankle all messed up and everything is still in it. I love her. Motivation, motivation. So she goes and get herself in trouble. So I don't know what transpired in her personal life trickled down into that life. But anyway, they showed up at her place of business, which I'm glad that, you know, another person was there because that could have affected her and her baby. I never want her to have anything that's going to jeopardize her child. So she ended up getting arrested because she had a warrant for not showing up to court. Let's just be transparent. So I'm out. Now I'm going to tell y'all how I was getting this money for this wedding. That's coming. Okay. So I got a call from my brother right before my therapy session. I mean, I'm ready to get into therapy. I'm on the side of the road, ready to log in. My brother called me and was like, hey, Mel is locked up. I'm like, what? That's how he talked. You know, the hood terms for that. He was like, she in jail. I'm like, oh Lord, what happened? So I had to jump in my therapy. He's like, can you see if you can find out where she's at? I'm like, why do I always have to do it? You are the connoisseur of jail. You know what to do. You go find out.
Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that.
I'm gonna get to that. He gonna be okay in the end, but let's start in the beginning, right? So I'm like, you know what to do when these things happen. Come on, man. I was like, you help me out because I shouldn't always have to do anything. I had to pull to the side of my the road to tell my what is it? My therapist that I'll call him back. So she said she was gonna call me back, but never got called back. I thought she was just busy until we called you. Oh, okay. So that's what happened. Because see, again, I was unaware. So I'm like, okay. I said, let me just tell my therapist I got to call him back. Got on the phone. I said, hey, I got a family emergency. I got to go. He was like, oh, okay. This is the second time I'm trying to reach out to you. You got a lot going on. I'm like, look, do you want me to be a client or not? Because at this point, I'm in panic, right? Because now I'm wondering what happened to her. Girl, I'm calling around, y'all. Nobody, she ain't nowhere to be found. They don't have her in the system. So I said, okay, I'll call my brother back. He said, wait 2 hours. I said, okay, we'll wait 2 hours. Girl, waited the 2 hours, call back, still can't find her. I'm like, where the heck is she at? So now we on the phone with Chloe and the cousins. We're in the chat. And I'm like, we can't find her. I said the name because she has 2 names. My sister did a name change. I'm not going to go into her name change, but she was using her original name, her maiden name versus the name change. And this is why we couldn't find her. But that's leading up to that. So we're like, oh my God, I can't find her. What's going on? So now we're assuming she's in the bayou by now, right? We're like, oh, she's chopped up. This person,
you always go to the extreme.
Yeah, I mean, to the extreme, because I'm trying to figure out where she's at also with trying to plan a wedding and get some stuff done. So after I got that call, the whole day was done. I couldn't get anything else done.
No, you couldn't.
So I'm like,
all to pieces.
All to pieces, because I'm like, what the heck? So I'm trying to find her. We're in the chat. We're trying to figure this out. And it was a mess trying to find her. Okay, so let's fast forward. We're asking her mate, where is she? He's acting like he doesn't want to give information. My mom's confused. So now it just looks like this was some plot scheme and she's in the first 48. We about to be investigating, looking for her. I mean, it was a mess, right? Okay. She said it wasn't Stacy's fault though. Okay. So now we get all the way to where we're in the chat and you could see the text messages. I mean, we are going in. Okay. Other said persons exaggerated this. Who's the other said person? I don't know. What do you mean? So we're going in the chat. We're trying to figure it out like it's first 48. Okay. Sister girl gets out. the next day on her own recurrence, because this is what my brother said. See, he know what to do. He like, they gonna let her out on her own thing. I'm like, no, they're not. We can't even find her. But I went searching enough until I did find her, because something said use her other name, and they had her new name as alias. Okay, so then we finally found her. I was like, all right, good, she's safe. I can go to sleep. Sister girl get out. The next day, I'm on the phone with my mom. She didn't sound like she had any issues. Okay. All right. We talk about she didn't have no issue. Didn't sound like she was mad. I'm sitting, waiting around, trying to make sure she's good. My Ring doorbell's going off. Why? Trying to make sure that she's good. Trying to make sure that everything is okay. And all of a sudden, we go, and I was like, why is she not answering back? We're trying to get everything to get, girl, my household on podcast day be turned up in here. Give me a moment. Let everybody get their stuff out the way. You all right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is podcast. This is Pillow Talk Unplugged. Now my battery is gonna die. Can you go get my podcast battery? Because I told your child that and he forgot. Can you get it, please? So after, okay, let's get back to real life. So this is what happened. So she ended up, I mean, the thing is about to die. Okay, give me a second, guys. This is real life.
And you know what's so funny? You said, hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties. I told you, it makes for good entertainment.
Honey, I live in a chaotic household. Okay, so can you get my charger, babe, please? Okay, he needs to hurry. He walks like it's nothing going on, no sense of purpose. So if this cuts off, finish going. Okay, so anyway, sorry guys, that's so unprofessional, but this is the things that happen, is real life. So she's reading the chat the next day. No, it's like 2 or 3 days later. We're like, what's going on? So my little niece was staying at the house with my mom, because she was also in the wedding. This is John's daughter. She's staying in the wedding. She's in the wedding. So she's staying at the house. I said, hey, can you go tell your aunt to call me? Because mind you, I didn't talk to her when she got out of jail, right? I didn't talk to her. I just went ahead and said, okay, I'll give her some time to get herself together. We didn't think anything was wrong. So I went ahead, did all of that, and I said, okay, girl, she went and relayed the message and said, I'm not calling her. So when I asked my niece, I said, hey, did you tell your aunt? Because my bridesmaids are trying to look for her. Remember, you guys were planning something. She's the maid of honor. So I'm trying to get her, to get with y'all. And she was like, she says she's not calling you. I said, what the hell? I'm like, why not? She was like, I don't know. I said, okay. I still have not talking to her till this day. Okay.
Because we're still trying to figure out the stuff for the bridal shower and stuff, but also our dresses.
Right. Okay.
We're trying to make sure that everybody ordered their dresses and stuff on time too, because you are a worry wart.
Right. Okay. Listen.
And those dresses needed to be ordered as soon as possible. Stacey needed to know when you ordered it, what the confirmation number was, when it was going to be delivered, where you was going to get it altered, was it going to be ready? And she wanted to know this in June.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, we needed to have time. Maybe I overextended myself by planning a wedding.
You didn't. It's just you wanted constant communication.
Right. And I had
a reason. Expected.
Right. And I had a reason of why. Hey, Marius, and Verdell's here. Oh, I have a story about Verdell too. That's coming. Hey, honey. That is the decorator of the wedding. Okay, so now let's skip. All right. So I'm sitting here. I hadn't talked to her till that, up until that point. So I was like, okay, wow, I'm not hearing from her. What the heck is her problem? She told my mom that she was mad at us. I said, you're mad for us looking for you?
She didn't like the conversation when everyone was trying to figure out where she was.
Where she was. And I'm like, but
it was a valid conversation.
We went in the chat to look and see if make sure that we didn't say anything out of content, and I didn't see where that would cause her not to want to be in the wedding. So my husband said, we don't got time for this. We got a wedding to plan. She's out, right? Let her do whatever she wants to do. But me in my heart, I'm like, this is my maid of honor. What am I going to do? It's, honey, from there, it started going down. I said, oh my God, this is what wedding plan is about. All right. So now we're getting on to the next thing. So I said, okay, she's not talking to us. We're like, what the heck is mad? What's going on with her? And I heard that one of my cousins were not okay with me not jumping to go down to Richmond to help get her out. I'm like, she got a baby dad. I'm planning a wedding. I don't feel like I want to jump. She's going to be okay. It's not like she's gone, you know? So I was just like, okay, we'll get there when we get there. So I'm like, all right. So she felt that I wasn't, being the sister I should be to go get her. And I'm like, well, you haven't been around for a while, so that's not for you to be concerned. I know what's going on. We don't have to jump in this situation. It's not like they said she's going to be out for a million years, right? The only thing that I was concerned about is she still had a nursing baby. That's the only thing. So I said, Mom, why is she mad? So I'm going off on the phone because I'm like, this is crazy. This is who you raised. She's sick. I mean, I'm going off. And I had to remember, hold on, Stace, this is your mom. Why are you doing this? Calm down and let her be who she is. It is what it is. All right, canceled. So we went ahead and just started moving on. So I just want to let y'all know the lack of communication is the worst thing when you're having wedding planning, okay? Because I don't know if I'm wrong as a bride to expect people to communicate. I'm like, why is that the hardest thing? And I found that to be on Andrew was purely frustrated with his side up until a certain point. He was good in the beginning until everybody started trickling off without communication. And then for me, it wasn't more so the communication, just some things I was concerned about. And I was just like, what is going on? But I feel like that little moment right there was like the juju. Okay. So we got to the wedding dress trying, right? Got past that. That was good. We were all there. I helped pick the dress. Tanelia was the first one, I think, that said that she liked the dress that I had on. I think she was rooting for that dress.
Mm-hmm.
Anya got there late.
I did. Stuck in traffic. I did. I was stuck in traffic.
I said, what time did she leave?
And I honestly left early because I was like, I'm going to be on time because she always fussing at me. Y'all got stuck in traffic, was sitting there looking crazy.
I was like, okay, so we got past that. But I want to tell y'all, hey, Finey. Oh, that's the DJ. Oh, you got to admire her, Finey, just so you can know. Somebody really found him attractive. So I can't wait to fill you in, but I'm not going to say anything, but you have an admirer. So I said to myself, okay, so now I'm telling y'all how I paid for this wedding, okay? We had so many blessings for this wedding. We did a tremendous amount of blessings. And I am so grateful for all of my bridesmaids, maid of honors that start there. They did try their best. And they did their best to be a part of my special day. I would never, ever let that down. I will never forget that, you know, despite of the different things that were going on. So, okay, before, because it's so much. All right, where am I at? Okay.
How'd you pay for the wedding?
Paying for the wedding. Y'all would not believe what I used to pay for this wedding. Sun up to sundown, Walmart Spark.
Baby, and those phone conversations while she was picking up those deliveries.
Okay, listen, something, because I got on the phone with Olashawn. Olashawn is a realtor, very good realtor. Looking for a home, get with her. You'll get what you need because she doesn't just care about the home, she cares about your dream too, right? So shout out to her, Olashawn Parker. She's on Facebook. Get with her. She knew. I said, Olashawn, I don't know how I'm pay for this wedding. I said I'm having a wedding, but I don't know how I'm gonna pay for this wedding. Andrew can't pay for this wedding by himself. He's still paying the bills. He's being the man of the house. And I'm making odds and ends with my business because it gets slow. Self-care is not something everybody put at the front. They will hold on to eyebrows, a wax, facials forever. They just won't do it. So it's something that will go. There she go. There she go.
Look,
Get with her. I'm telling you, she knew. She knew. You got to tell them the story, Oshawn. She knew, and she'll be on a later show. She has a heck of a testimony. So I can't wait till she's on the show. So I said, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this wedding. And we're all about God. You know, she's like, don't worry about it. God is going to do it. I'm like, I don't know. So I'm thinking I got little platforms I can make money off of. I'm making money from the spa. I'm like, okay, that might help. Andrew's trying to pitch in. I'm like, okay, but it still wasn't enough because we had to pay these deposits. So I got through the first deposit because the venue owner was nice enough to split up the deposit, right? And then we had to pay the rest later on. So she split the deposit up in threes. I said, okay. I got through the 3 deposits with the help of my sister, with the little she gave me, Andrew, little money here and there. It just happened. I was like, all right, now we get into the bigger amount. I said, oh crap, what am I going to do? Because by the time the second week coming, that had to be due by the end of June. I could not. I was like, something is not going to happen here. I'm feeling nervous. I'm panicking. I'm crying to my mom every day. She's like, calm down. So she ended up giving me $500. So I was like, oh my God, my mom is in a condition in her life and she's still trying to help her child. That's what I'm saying. Like, hands down, the best mom. Okay. So I was like, oh God, I'm like, how am I going to do this? So I said, okay. When I say, there she go. She said, my girl, hit the gas. I did, literally.
And did.
Okay. I was watching.
Even though let Andrew tell us she was driving like Miss Daisy out there in the streets. Because she's very cautious, y'all. Very, very cautious.
It got me through my years of driving. 26 years, no accidents, no tickets. I think I'm doing well. So,
because my driver record is trash. It's okay.
It's okay. We had the good ones and the bad ones, but it's okay. I'm just joking.
But did you die? But did you die?
No.
You've been in the car with me. You made it.
I think I did. So, girl, I was watching TikTok one night and the TikTok video popped up. Walmart Spark. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I have a Spark. I said, I hope they didn't deactivate it. Let me go on here and see. Got on there and it was still working. I said, okay, this is it. When I say I hit the gas, I was up at 5:00 in the morning. Okay. 5:00 in the morning to almost 9:00 at night, every single day, 7 days a week, literally from April. No, it wasn't April. It was the end of May, all the way to June. I was like, oh, this Oshawn. Oh, thank you. Thank you. She always look good. She's a hot mama, okay? A fly realtor, let's say it like that. But then she don't be a realtor. She be like your friend and stuff, right? Because it started out us buying homes and then all of a sudden we're friends. We're like friends. Okay. So I was just like, okay, girl. When I say I was tired from the end of May up until the last week of August, because you got to understand, I had the caterer to take care of. I had to pay the decorator. I had to pay little things for the wedding. I had to buy my dress. I had to help out, finish the venue. Then she had some mysterious drink package that was, oh God, out this world. Let me tell y'all, pause. If you're going to do venue for all, make sure you read the fine print, because sister girl was wearing me down. Okay. I mean, I was like, why is, okay, so we can't bring our, okay, so here's the crazy part. You got to get the liquor license. After you get the liquor license, you got to pay the almost $700 drink package. And she said that was a discount because I chose signature drinks. So I said, okay, if I didn't, would it be more? Then you got to bring your own liquor. Straight robbery. Okay. So I said, but I wanted that venue so bad because I knew it would be aesthetically pleasing. So I worked hard to get it there. It's a very beautiful venue, but you will kill your behind trying to be in there. Okay. So I said, okay, doing that. Honey, I'm working I'm literally up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Literally, I'm pushing myself to get up, except for days when I had to look after my goddaughter. That kind of saved me some time. But even then, I was so burnt out. There was mornings I was missing her. She was like, "Hello, I'm downstairs." I'm like, "Oh, I'll go open the door. Hold on." I was tired. I was so tired just running. And those mornings kind of saved me because it gave me a little bit of time to sleep in a little bit, like, watching her, she would go back to sleep. So I was like, all right, thank you. I get a little hour. But as soon as she left, I was up. And I wouldn't get home till almost 9, 10 o'clock at night. It
And
was
be
like
dog tired.
$300 days, $200 a day, $400. Listen, y'all, get on Spark. If you are, listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm not ashamed to say it. I was on that. And listen, I had my coach telling me, you need to get in here. You got to get this weight down for this wedding. I got this person bothering me, this person. I was like, I can't think about none of that right now. I'm trying to get this money for this wedding. And I'm like, walking in the grocery store now with Spark, you got to either drive or walk. And I chose to do orders that you had to walk in and shop for it so I could get some steps in to keep myself moving. So I did get to work out, but not as I should. I didn't even go for August at all because I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to hit the gas to get this money. When I said I paid for that entire wedding off of that alone, because I still had to take care of my shop rent and things like that. So that had nothing to do with the wedding. None of that money could go to the wedding.
That was for your household.
For the household. So I was burnt out. When I say burnt out, I don't even know how I made it. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of these comments. She said it was amazing. We should be inserted a picture here. We should have inserted a picture here. Oh. And she said I may have to do that for my fees. Yeah, I'm telling you, the wedding, I was in about 11 grand, almost 12 grand. All of that was Spark, except for the deposit. Okay. That was 12 grand of burnout every single day. I'm up killing myself to get this wedding paid for, and everything was paid to the dime. So that's why I said, man, God is so good, because he brought that platform to me and I figured it out.
Made a way.
Definitely. All right, let's skip past. All right, so we at 8:42. Okay, let's skip past. All right, so my maid of honor called me. She's crying on the phone because her dress don't fit. I'm like, oh Lord. I said, what is going on? I was like, Jesus, okay, don't cry. It's okay. If I'm not crying, you should not cry. Just calm down. It's going to be okay.
The whole dress thing was just too much in itself.
Anya dress didn't even fit the first time. Anya, tell them what happened. Let me get my mouth a rest real quick.
Now, I ordered the first dress. I just went off the sizing chart. I didn't do the measurements because I was like, oh, I can fit this. I'm going to be good. I ordered the first dress way ahead of time. I ordered my first dress in June. So it would be here. It took 4 weeks for it to come. Then when it finally comes, I get it here, get in it, go to zip it up. And it's like, I mean, we can zip, but you can't move. So I was like, well, this isn't going to work. So then I went on the website and was like, oh, I'll just return it, get another one. No, their return policy is it's yours. The only time that they'll take it back is if they need to make some adjustments, and that's if there's damage to it. Other than that, they were like, no, that's your dress. Now, thankfully, one of the other bridesmaids was able to fit the dress. So she went ahead and she bought that one. While I was waiting to do that, I went ahead and ordered another one. This time, I went and I took my measurements with my sister and everything, because I was like, we got to make sure this is perfect this time. It's getting down to the wire. It takes too long for the dress to come. So I couldn't go through this again. Then the dress comes, y'all. I'm excited because I'm like, okay, this one works. Except now during this period that I've been waiting for the dress, your girl has lost weight. So I sent her a picture and I'm like, look at this dress. It looks like a potato sack.
But wait a minute, Anya, tell them how about you didn't even know the dress was in the house. So you thought it was lost.
Oh my goodness. So I got a notification in my email. I completely forgot about this, because when I tell you we were stressed, I got home because I got a notification that said your dress is here. I'm calling Stacy on the phone. I'm like, girl, the email said the dress is here. They didn't send a picture. But I'm looking, it wasn't on my porch. I checked my neighbor's porch. I checked the backyard. I checked across the street. I checked everywhere, y'all. Come to find out, the dress had been sitting in my house for almost a week, sitting right here on the back of this couch. The package had come. My sister picked it up off the porch, brought it in the house, sat on the couch. Nobody thought to say anything about the package. So after I ran back and forth, stressing out, I'm on the phone with Stacy. Stacy is about to start bawling on the phone. Finally, she was like, you know what? I can't deal with this right now. I have to get off the phone. I'm going to call you back. And I was like, no, it was, I think, maybe 2 weeks
Yeah.
before the wedding.
Yeah.
It might have been 2 weeks. And then I said, you know what? Let me go check these packages because y'all, I got a problem. I got a problem. And I know my sister be talking about me and everybody else. It's usually a package coming here almost every day. So I was like, well, let me open this package. I thought it was the kids' book bags because I ordered their book bags for school. Open the package. It's the dress. Have been sitting in my house for a week. They just sent me the notification late. But also, when I got the package, I should have opened it. Shame on me. But I tried it on. Then I was like, oh God, I got to get it altered. Where should I go? Tanelia ended up recommending a place for me to go to. Right. I cannot remember what the name of it is off the top of my head. I'm going to have to post it in the comments later or something because when I tell you, they were amazing. Like the lady, I went in, they did all their measurements.
They did.
I told them I needed my dress. I think it was like that Monday. I told them that I needed my dress at least by Wednesday because I want to be able to try it if I need any other alterations, whatever. They had my dress done that Monday when I dropped it off. They were calling me at 1:00 and they were like, your dress is ready. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then the prices weren't crazy either because it was only like $60 for my alterations.
Yep.
But I went, picked it up, went to Stacy's house so she could see it. Then I went back to get them to alter it again. And it ended up being beautiful. It is a beautiful dress. She made a perfect choice. It was just
the drama behind it.
So much chaos trying to get the dress. And then when I got the dress, it not being right.
But it did work out though. Sorry. It worked out because she ended up giving her dress to the other bridesmaids. So hold on. Here's another drama. Pin in that. Okay, hold on, because I'm remembering it as you're saying it. So it came to the junior bridesmaids.
Oh, Lord.
I told all of the fathers and all of the parents, you're responsible for the dress because I know I couldn't stretch myself thin. Guess who dress I got stuck paying for? Just take a guess.
But she was precious, though.
My niece. John decided, yeah, I'm putting him out there.
I'm
not saying anything. I'm not paying for it. Huh?
I said, we name dropping.
Yeah, girl, listen. He's like, I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying for it. I'm not saying nothing. I mean, I kept asking my mom, is he paying for the dress? What he said about the dress? She's like, I don't know, because that's her favorite thing to say. I don't know. So I'm like, oh my Lord. I was like, okay, so I guess I'm stuck with this dress. Nobody's saying anything to me. I have to buy the dress and the shoes. Get the dress, fit fine. Because I just said, you know what, since I'm stuck with it, let me just do it because this is the story of my life. But the part was you didn't even communicate that you could not get it because you were going through some personal things. You just left it on me. And because I didn't want her to feel bad and leave her out, because if she was anybody else, I'd be like, okay, well, she's not in the wedding then. I'm going to let it be. Pin again. So that, and I got the shoes and the shoes didn't fit. So if you didn't notice, y'all, she was the only one with black shoes in the wedding. I don't think it was a big deal, but my poor baby couldn't even get her foot in the shoes that I had bought. And I felt so bad because it hurts her feelings. And I was just like, oh my God, my poor baby. I'm like, it's going to be okay. You're still going to be beautiful. And they were great.
And she was.
They were. Pin it. I bought another dress for the flower girl. Okay, my little 2-year-old niece. She ended up not being in the wedding. That story is a bomb dropper. I'll save that for the end. So you got to stay to the end because that is what killed me. That took me up out of here, okay? So I said, okay, I'm waiting on a few people to get back to me with the dress. My poor girl, she got so much going on. Let me laugh about this because I know it's not her. That's not her. She's very good at communicating, right? My poor girl. She had her dress like a Monday, and we had saw each other, talked to each other, did all of that. And she had already had her dress. So I'm stressed out, but I don't want to be a bridezilla. So nothing is pushing me to ask, where's the dress? I just didn't want to hound my bridesmaids. So I was just like, all right, let me not hound them. I'm still trying to make sure everything's good for the wedding. I'll leave them, mind you. Listen, but the cousins, they got the brunt of it. Okay. But I'm like, I don't want to stress my bridesmaids out.
I got a text every day.
Thank you so much. Whatever. So I said, okay. She saw it. She sent me the message and she's like, hey, oh, by the way, I got the dress on Monday. I said, oh, it's Friday. I'm like, oh my God. A relief came over me because I was like, okay, she got the dress. But I was just like, sis. So it wasn't even nothing to get mad about. I was just like, poor baby. She got so much going on. I was like, I could never, listen, she's noble. She did something awesome this year. And I was just like, all right, my girl, she's navigating her life because she took a big step within me planning wedding. Like everything was just coming in all at one time. But she took on something great. And I'm so proud of her because she's selfless in this situation. And she did that for the sake of the love in her heart. So I just did not hold it against her. I was just like, wait a minute, you had the dress for a week? I didn't know. So I was like,
absolutely okay. Beautiful. She said, I got too much going on in life. Look, just know I'm going to be there on the day I'm supposed to be there and do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
So but everything else in between, just don't worry about it.
I know it. I was like, okay, but her dress was beautiful on her. I mean, absolutely amazing. She shut it down. All my bridesmaids look great. Even my maid of honor, and she doesn't wear makeup, but she still rocked her dress.
Skin was glowing.
Glowing. Okay. All right. So Penn, who else we on now? My other bridesmaids. So Anya got all of the story of the dress. I didn't get nothing. My poor baby. All right. So that's another thing. I did not know my bridesmaid was going through a big transition in her life. I am so proud of her. I'm thinking, it's my wedding. Why am I not getting full communication? What is going on with everybody? I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to just lose it. Nobody's remembering anything. I'm texting this over and over and over. What is going on? So now I'm starting to lose it because we're in July now. I'm starting to really get to the lose it point. I did not know she was going through a milestone in her life. Like she was really doing something great. Right. But I don't know. I can't say it's selfish. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh, Stacey, had you knew that was the milestone that she was going to do, then maybe you wouldn't have felt so bad about her lines of communication. And I didn't know until after the fact. But the whole time I was like, I'm about to, what is going on with her? What? I'm not hearing from her. I'm like, what the heck? At one point, she didn't know where the venue was. I'm like, sis, I said this over and over and over. Where are you? I just did not know where some people were because I'm like, where is the lines of communication? Now I'm dealing with that on my end, and Andrew's having his own stuff on his end because he's trying to pull and pull. Now people are starting to drop out. What is that? I'm like, I never forced anyone to be in the wedding. I said, if you can't do it, then okay, that's fine.
That was a weekly announcement in the group chat.
I think
hey, y'all, just checking in. Nobody's told me anything about the dresses, their orders. If you can't be in the wedding, just let me know. Let me know now. Don't wait to the last minute. I understand people have things going on. She said that, y'all, every week in the group chat. Like, just tell me. Just tell me. I don't want it. No, it wasn't bad, but it's like you didn't want it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
And it still ended up being one, but you didn't want it to be a surprise. So it's like, if I keep telling you and expressing to you that I'm not going to be upset about this, I get it. We all go through things. Then just, I'm giving you this opportunity to tell me. And she kept putting it out there and people were still silent. Well, nobody really saying
nothing. And it wasn't more so on my bridesmaids end and maid of honors. I think y'all did wonderful. It was on the groom side where Andrew, at one point, he said, who said this? I know. Oh, Chloe, literally I thought that was Tanelia. I'm like, oh, my sis got on, man. Yeah, I mean, every week, because I wanted to make sure, because I never wanted anybody to feel like I'm holding you to that. I never hold anybody to a high expectation of my own, because I just don't want people to feel like that's what I'm doing to them, right? So I make it very comfortable. you could say
Which is why you
no.
make the selections that you did for the stuff that you
Yeah,
chose. Like, hey,
right.
this is gonna be the price. I don't think that it's too crazy. Y'all let me know if this doesn't work. I have other options.
Right.
Like, considering this was your wedding, you were still very flexible.
I
You were
still
very
wanted
considerate of everybody else's situation.
And I'm like that in real life, Anya. I
Yes, you
really
are.
am. Despite of what people think, I'm just that person, right? I have my side. I'm human. I'm not an AI. So I do have my moments. But here's another thing. Just say something. Just say something. That's all I'm asking you to do. Open your mouth and say something. So on Andrew's side, one of his best men dropped out. Let's give a round of applause to Jamal, man. I'm gonna tell you why. That was his best man. This look how you smiling.
Don't do that.
Okay, I
Don't
won't
do
do
that.
it. I won't do it. Okay, so so he was in Louisiana. This is why I say people make time for what they want. Jamal was in
And that is true.
Louisiana on a run in Louisiana. And he tried his suit on at the Men's Warehouse in Louisiana and picked it up here. Like I said, you make time for what you want, right? You make time for those who you love. Nobody's holding you to it, but that's what he did because he knew he had to be there for his boy. His other best man, he's in the chat answering the questions, going on, responding. 2 weeks before the wedding, oh man, I got a little issue going on, so I won't be able to make it. We like, okay. Mind you, Verdell went out of her way to customize the shot glasses and things for the grooms. Their bags were lit. I don't care what nobody said. They had nice bags. Okay, she did that. I hope that y'all liked y'all bags too. She did good for everybody's
Our bags were nice too.
She did
Some
really
of the
good.
bridesmaids was like where I shot at now.
Right.
But
you know
yeah,
what? But no,
they were nice.
She did her thing with those bags. Let me tell you, you want a wedding planner or
And it
somebody
was unexpected.
very unexpected. It was unexpected for me. I knew because of course she's letting me know everything, but I knew that it was going to be great, right? So I'm telling y'all, it's so much. This is sad. It's so much. So we're not going to be on for long, but I just want to give y'all the rundown. Okay. So these are customized gifts. Mm-hmm. One person dropped out. Let's give it up to my brother Lemire. He went, got his suit, did everything he needed to do, and his daughter, which we met for the first time, our niece, Lamaya, was there, and he made sure she was good. And that was the first time I met. And when I say she is adorable, very respectful, all hands down, beautiful girl. And I was like, you did that.
She is.
I mean, for us meeting her the first time, she just blended in. Like it was just
so nice seeing all the kids together.
Because Cheyenne was getting on Alicia's nerves with the makeup. Getting on Alicia's nerves. I can guess I was the only one that didn't give you stress. Finally, I didn't get to you yet. Hold on. No, you didn't give me no stress. You were very easy to deal with, right? Okay, hold on. So she said, thank you, but my daughter is the one who did those bags. Yes. Okay, so give it up to her because she did those bags.
Okay? She did a great job.
So those gifts were customized. I said, okay, I'm not getting mad. I said, I'm going to let it be. Then something happened. Let's fast forward. This is Andrew's side, okay? One of my brothers got in trouble, and his wife was also in the wedding as well with her daughter. So he got into some legal stuff. My poor baby. I believe that if that didn't happen, he would have been there because he was trying everything to be there. But they took him away for a little bit. 2 weeks turned into a month. He got out he was supposed to be out on the 8th, but ended up getting out on the 27th. And I'm like, oh my God, how is he going to get down here? He was still trying, even to try and get down here by the date of the wedding. I mean, he was pushing. Now, with her, I was still waiting on the dress information, but I'm not going to hold it against her because, again, she was worried about her husband. She got kids. They got a big family. So it probably was just a lot of stress worrying about him and trying to be in somebody's wedding. So I was like, hey, did you get the dress? Because she's still saying that they're going to be in it. She's like, yeah, I got it. I got it altered. I got the junior's bridesmaid altered and everything. I'm like, was anybody going to tell me? I was like, that's all I'm asking. Just tell me. So I didn't get any information of that, right? So she finally told me, and I was like, all right, whew, okay, they're good. We'll wait till the 27th, see what happens. But God did not want it that way. God said it wasn't meant for him, because I feel like if he would have did that, he would have been in some more trouble. Okay. And I did not want him to be in trouble. And I'm not glad that he couldn't be in the wedding. I'm just happy it turned out the way it did, because I want him to be okay. You're a father, you have kids. My wedding is not more important than that. And you're doing so well. You changed your life from what happened. He got out, did a whole thing. He's doing great. He's doing music. He's working. He's living his best life. Okay. And I'd never want him to jeopardize that. So how it worked out was fine. I was like, okay, cool. So his thing was up in the air, but again, he still had a customized gift. Verdell's still checking in. And when I say Verdell has been so helpful throughout this, you would thought she was the wedding planner. She took so much stress off of me, because it was days I wanted to just cry, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's how I felt, because things was just hitting me left and right. And then you got my mom calling me every day about some black cake. I was like, oh my God. I don't know. Nobody really said anything about it, but it could be mixed
I need
views.
some more. I need some more.
It was a good cake. We're used to it because it's traditional. So if anybody had the cake and y'all liked it, thank you so much. My mom made it, and she was right in the bed, can't walk.
I'm going to Richmond so her and Kayla can teach me how to make it.
And she did the heck out that cake. Okay. So I said, okay, fine. Girl. So now who's next? John. He gets to the last 2 weeks and says he don't know how it's looking for him, because he got some things going on. I'm like, oh my God, another person. I said, okay, I'm gonna just let it be.
We're running out of groomsmen.
I'm like, and we're running out of time. Okay. So I was just like, oh my God, what now? So he's like, I don't know. I feel bad for him, because he ran into a situation where he actually lost his home. So he was running around trying to figure that out. Not going to hold it against him. I just wish the lines of communication would have been better, because Andrew said he would have paid for his suit. Andrew's a very generous person, and money does not move him. He does not care. He'll do it if he have it. That's the one thing I fell in love with him, is because of his heart. He's very giving, and it doesn't take much for him to give. He's not expecting it back. He doesn't hold it over your head. He gives and he moves on. Mm-hmm. I love that about him. Okay. So John didn't say anything in enough time. So now the time to get the suit has passed. We can't get it. So he's trying to find different suits. And we're like, wait a minute, this is going way out of budget versus just getting the whole suit. We can't do it. So he's like, all right, man. Now he's out of the wedding. Another groomsman down. Okay. I said, oh, Lord. I was like, you know what, Stacy, don't worry about it. We're going to keep it pushing. She said, table 7 loved the black cake. Okay, yay!
Because it was good, girl.
Yes. I was like, okay. She said, I told you I had you. I was honored to be a part of your wedding. I mean, she held me down. Do you hear me? Held me down. I loved it. And I was like, she put those decorations on, and she was running back and forth, and I try to accommodate her as much as I can. She even got sick. Verdell was sick, down bad before the wedding. I'm like, oh no.
She was?
Yeah, she had a bad sinus infection. Poor thing was sick. And I was like, oh shoot, the wedding is in days and she's not feeling well. What can I do? How can I help you? We're in a panic. All right. So far, y'all, do you see what the stress is behind this wedding? Can you say, was it stressful enough?
We're gonna need a part 2, because you still didn't get through everything.
Girl, and listen. All right. So I said, okay, we good with that. Girl, I said I knew the show would go over because it's the premiere. So I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, because I know everybody got families and stuff. All right. So now we're down to the last groomsmen. Let me brace myself before I tell this story. Let me brace myself. All right, y'all with me? Okay. So
find it.
Because I'm not
find it in a nice way. Find it.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find it in a nice way.
Okay. Because you got this.
Okay.
You got this.
All right. So here we go. My last groomsman, okay, his daughter was also the flower girl.
Mm-hmm.
I had already bought the dress. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get to that part. So, oh, she said, here it is on the screen, y'all. Tell them how Andrew ate them vows up. Oh, he did.
As soon as he started with the ugly cry, I was like, oh, my makeup about to be done.
And he don't cry. So I knew it was genuine from the heart because Andrew does not cry. He have not cried over nothing. If he do, it's very private because I wouldn't know. When I seen him crying, all I could think is, don't cry. Alicia said your makeup going to be black. So I had to be an AI for my wedding because I could not cry.
Y'all, she really was chanting that too. She was like, I can't cry, I can't cry, I can't cry.
So, okay, so my last groomsman, y'all ready for this? And I'm being very transparent. Whatever happens at the end of this, I am so prepared. I'm in such a good place in my life that I am okay with losing people, right? I'm okay with making separations. I'm okay with moving on with my life, but I'm not here to be transparent to hurt you. I'm being transparent because nobody likes the truth. Nobody likes to put the truth on the forefront. And this is why we're walking around in the world with this delusion and this dysfunction because we think that if we tell a lie or cover up things, that it's normal, not thinking that the other person is hurt, right? Due to your actions. So, no, I'm going to be very transparent. I was very hurt, ultimately hurt because I am sick of my dad and his dang kids, okay? Let me just leave that right there. So we done off of him. So let me go back to the brown because I don't want to sit on my dad too long. He'll make me mad. So let me go ahead and get on the last groomsman. So I said, okay. And I'll tell you why, because he's always preaching to keep us together. And I'm the oldest. We have another sister that's older, but we don't deal with her at all. And I'm the oldest. That's heavy pressure. Mm-hmm. And trying to keep grown people that are set in their ways together is exhausting. They have their own lives. So who am I to hold them to that? What's the name said? Let me read this real quick. You're being transparent because this is what affected you. This is your truth. Okay, yes. So if they even listen to the show, maybe it'll make sense because in the moment they don't think. But it hurt me really bad. And I knew when we were invited to his first baby shower, his wife invited us, but he didn't. And I'm thinking, what the hell did we do to you? Why we couldn't be a part of that moment? I should have just left the relationship alone then. But I'm like, no, something is going on. He's very distant. What is going on? I'm trying to pull, but I'm exhausted of that. I'm not pulling anymore. We're done. Mm-hmm. I was like, you living your own life. I'm happy. I'm proud of you. You're the man you need to be. I'm moving on. So anyway, the baby girl was supposed to be in the wedding. 2 weeks before the wedding, his wife is on the phone. You know, we're voice noting in Messenger because I'm trying to remember, so I'm not telling you stories. We're voice noting in Messenger, and she's letting me know because he has a thing of pride that kills me. I'm like, why is he so prideful? And she's like, well, that's how he was raised to be that way. I'm like, did you forget we came out of the same? Okay, y'all get the picture. We came out of there. She said, thank you for the Starbucks, made me better. Honey, I mean, I was pumping Verdell down with medicine balls. Get to. The wedding is coming, get to it. But no, I really wanted her to feel better. So if I had to carry it out for the rest of the way, I would have. So back to the brother. So I'm like, now it's out. Okay, so I'm like, okay. The wife is telling me this is something that was too much from them. And she made it clear that it was too much for them in the beginning. This is what she said in the message. So I'm like, well, if you knew it was too much for you in the beginning and it was something that it was going to be overbearing for you, I'm an older sister. I would never hold you to that. Either I can help you or tell you, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Lola could be in the thing. She wants to be a part of it. She like 9 o'clock is over. It's time to
I
go.
am tired of her.
So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, just tell me. It's a matter of communicating. Just tell me. So she said, we have a lot of things going on. We had just moved. We got the baby. I understand all of that. Again, I never made anybody feel that you had to be in the wedding. I asked you. So me asking you at that very moment, you have a choice to say yes or no. Okay. So I said, okay, I let it be. I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, well, no problem. I understand it's too much for you. Mind you, I still think about all the money I spent, all the stuff Verdell had to go through, all the customization just for you to not show up, right? So she said he couldn't do it. The suit was too expensive. He couldn't do it. I said, oh, okay. So he then came to me afterwards and explained why he couldn't do it. And I just said, okay, baby, no problem. I had leniency on him. I let it go. I moved on because I was like, I can't think about this. Everybody done dropped out the wedding. My girls are still holding strong. Thank you, Jesus, for y'all because y'all really carried out the wedding.
And what I always say is the people that are meant to be there are who are there.
Be there. Right. So I'm like, all right, whatever. At this point, I'm crumbling. I'm crying. I'm like pissed and I don't know how to be. I'm just trying to think of ways to just look past the drama. All right, y'all ready for this? So in the midst of me getting married and I got engaged, they got engaged. So I said, wow, this is great. I'm inspiring people, I guess, to get married. And him and Andrew are close in age. So I guess he figured, oh, hold on, you can't beat me to the bunch. Again, I don't know anything personal about his life because after a certain period of time, we just fell off. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's holding something against us or he just realized in his mind, I'm my own person. I don't want to be bothered with that. Now he stays close to the other brothers because they are from the one mom. But as for us, the girls don't get much out of him. That's all I'm gonna say. Me and my sister don't get much out of him. But I don't know how the relationship is with him and John. So I said, okay, I let it be. Again, I'm not holding it against him because I'm like, poor thing, he's trying to get through his life. He's still learning, but at least he went and finally engaged to his wife, right? Now wife. So I was like, great, they're getting engaged. I'm like, about time because they have been together for years. So I'm like, good, maybe I'm encouraging that. Boom, now she could be a wife.
Find it.
Miss Kimberly Jones said everything was nice. Thank you. And that's Tanilia's mom. She's so sweet. Oh my God. I'm so glad that I was able to get her to come and see her daughter rock out that dress with her beautiful face and just be a part of that moment. Okay. They said they could not afford.
Find it.
Okay, let me be nice. Let me not be nice. Let me just be. They said they could not afford to come. I've even offered to try and pay for the suit, but again, his pride get in the way. And I'm like, okay, it's a shame because I really don't know much about him. I know him up until a certain point, and after that, he's just in his own life, and it hurts because I'm your older sister, and I can't build a bond with you because you're so distant, and I don't know why, but I'm not looking for that anymore. I'm giving you areas of opportunity to be a part of my life 100%. And I thought this wedding was going to bring everybody together like I was being told in cohorts.
We're extending an olive branch.
Come on. And it just went left. So I was like, maybe this is not what God wants me to do. I need to leave them where they are. And if it's time, then they will extend the olive branch to me. Right. Yeah. I've even, brung them into my husband's life. He took a liking to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I put them on a high pedestal. I have nothing negative to say about my brothers, regardless of who they are. So I'm like, okay. 2 weeks after the wedding, now let's keep this in mind, y'all. They couldn't afford nothing. That's what they stated. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I will put that message on Facebook. Don't come at me because I will do it because I always got proof. So I'm like, okay. They couldn't afford it. 2 weeks later, I get a picture message sent to me from my other brother. So I open it, and now these two are married in a wedding dress and a suit. standing in front of the person. All I could say at that point, I wanted to say, why are you sending me this? But I'm grown and I had to put my feelings aside and be the older sister and shut it down and not be in my feelings and say, you know what? They're grown. I'm glad that they can bond because they're doing it in front of God. Wonderful. Now you don't got to be shacking up. Y'all doing it right, right? Because they have a religion that they go by. So good. I'm glad that you're doing it that way. But the real me was like, why the if are you showing me this? Because I'm like, these the same people that said that they could not afford this, but now you're married. I'm like 2 weeks. So I'm thinking, are we in competition or something? I'm like, what happened here? If that's what you were doing,
why didn't you just say that?
Okay, let me make this clear. If you're on the show and you're watching, who cares if you're getting married, right? Everybody's getting married. I'm happy for you. That's your personal life. You're grown. You got to do what you got to do and what's best for you. I'm never holding that against you. Against you. Who am I to take that from you for you being married? That is a wonderful thing. Look how long I waited. I knew if I didn't get it, I was out. And it happened, right? Why didn't you tell me? Because this is not something you just get up and say, I'm going to do tomorrow. It don't matter if it's a week planning, 30 days planning. You still got to figure out a dress you want to wear, a suit you want to wear, who you're going to get to do it, who you're going to get to stand in front of you, how you're going to get it done. It takes planning, no matter what it is.
Yeah, there was some level of preparation leading up to it.
Why didn't you say anything? Why? It wouldn't have hurt me. It wouldn't have did anything. If anything, I'm like, wow, I'm proud. But the most hurtful part is it didn't come directly from them. It came from another source. And I'm like, well, why couldn't they tell me? Why did he have to show me? So at this point, I'm telling Andrew, can you believe? And he like, look, baby, I mean, we married. It's fine. We ain't worrying about it no more. It is what it is. But could you imagine the internal hurt that I felt from that? Should I not have been hurt or should I have just let it go? I mean, Anya, what do you think? Because I'm emotional and I love people. So this is why I'm so passionate when things happen. But maybe I should have just said, oh, well.
No, you're entitled to your feelings. It was a very important day for you. You wanted your family to be there.
Yeah, I really did. And I put
and
them
I mean, it would have, excuse me, it would have been nice for them to tell you, like, okay, we can't afford it because we're doing this. Then it's like, oh, what's a celebration for everybody? That's great. But they could have told you
something. And it's not my business. Again, it's your business. But you made me waste money. That's all I can think about. I'm like, dollars is going down the drain. Dollars and dollars and dollars. What are we doing here? So I was like, all right, I'm defeated. This is the end. I can't do nothing else. Yeah. She said, I would have been hurt. It really did, because I'm like, I thought we were in a better place in our life, that you see us struggling. Okay. Somewhere we're trying to find a little piece of our father somewhere. He left a lot of men behind and they're still trying to find themselves. My brother with my mom, he got the biggest daddy issues. Okay. And it's affecting his life in a way that I see him trying to find his way, and it's not a healthy way. Okay. So I'm like, man, you really don't know how you mess these men up. And I see it. And now we're in real life and they're not able to navigate. They're taking care of their family. They're doing what they're supposed to do as best as they can. But do they really know? Because the way that they go about things is just unorthodox. So I saw his wife on there. I seen when she changed her name. I recognized it, but I'm still in my feelings. So I didn't care. I was like, okay, I'm not a Shaw anymore, honey, baby. I'm a Leverette. I'm done with that. Good luck to you, baby. I'm like, it's all good. That's how I felt. I'm like, good luck being a Shaw. I'm over it. I'm out of that category. I love being a Leverette. I'm going to stay over here. So it just made me really angry, because I'm like, what am I dealing with here? I'm thinking my family would be more, aggressive on how they do things versus just shout. I don't know. So my sister is the first biggest disappointment because she chose herself. Now, John did not have a home to live in. He barely had money. And he was going through a transition. But he still showed up.
And showed out.
And showed out. real bad. Okay, because there's a brunch that happened the next day, and John was the center of that brunch.
Oh,
But
well,
no,
no.
at the wedding.
I was talking about at the wedding.
Okay, no, the brunch is. I'm gonna get to that brunch, but I was like, the wedding was great. He showed out, and he did what he could to make it a good day for me because he knew he couldn't fulfill what he wanted to do, and even
Yeah.
then, he was still trying to the end. So this is why I
Mm-hmm.
have a different respect for him, although sometimes our relationship is rocky. I know for sure if I need him, he's going to show up. My sister, on the other hand, is me. Show up for me, show up for me, exhaust yourself for me, do for me, do for me, do for me. And when it comes to you, I'm going to just give you the backhand of my behind and don't care how you feel. My inner circle know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, even the wedding could not phase that out. You get what I'm saying? So now we're at the wedding day. Now, the night before the wedding, I get to the venue and the daggone lady. Now, I'm only going to go for 5 more minutes. I'm trying to skip this in for 5 minutes. The daggone lady, I mean, I'm walking in the venue. She got a million questions, the venue owner. I'm like, sis, I just got here. I'm like, could you calm down? She's like, you need to, you got to do this. She's taking tables. I'm like, you're so busy worrying about staying in compliance. You're confusing me and Verdell. Like, what are you doing? Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you this again. If you are going to do venue for all occasions, read the fine print, ask a bunch of questions because things wasn't adding up. Things were switching. Things were just things. Okay. Make sure you're paying close attention. Close attention. Beautiful venue, but you need to pay attention.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, got there. That's when I became a bridezilla.
It is, y'all. That was the moment. It was.
I
But
said,
she was
everybody,
tired the day before that, but she still held it together. But that night, oh yeah,
I was overwhelmed. I was done at that point. Everybody standing
we all
around,
got cussed out.
everybody whispering. I'm like, what are y'all whispering about? Just get in the line so we can go. I was like, I'm tired. And I'm trying to keep Andrew together. He's walking out. We're doing the practice. He's walking out like a stiff George. I'm like, come on, man. You act like you ain't never been somewhere. I'm like, I mean, I was over it. Okay.
The walk was funny though. I should have
It was.
recorded that.
I said, this man's walking like he got out of Compton Street somewhere. What are you doing? Get some. And Verdell's trying to help him. And he's still, I was like, okay, whatever. At that point, y'all, that night when I was driving home, I told Andrew, at this point, I don't care how the wedding ends up. I am done. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I'm disappointed. I'm fed up. I was like, I'm done. Okay. The day of the wedding came. You wouldn't think that all of that drama went on.
Mm-mm.
It was a beautiful wedding. Andrew Vows took me up out of here because I didn't even think he had it in him, girl. I didn't think. And I just looked up at that moment and I said, thank you, Lisa, because she was vouching for him. And I was like, that girl went up there and was like, hold on, God, I got one more thing to do. She wanted to see us married. And I know she was looking down. And that's the only thing that disappointed me because I didn't know the seating arrangement because the RSVP was the worst. It was the worst. I mean, people checking in, checking out, checking in, checking out, changing, going, changing.
Text messages.
I'm like, what is wrong with everybody? Just get with the program. So I wanted to do a save the seat for her and I didn't get a chance to do it. And it just broke my heart because she was a big part of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I felt I just wanted to have her in that moment, even though she's not here, just spiritually. So it's more drama to this wedding, but we already went over an hour and a half. Could you believe it? It went by so fast. Thank you, finding my DJ. He did it. Andrew was a little bit peed off at the end because he's like, where's my music? Where's my? I'm like, Andrew, calm down.
Girl,
Calm down.
for that one song. That one song.
He was going ape. I'm like,
then when he played the song, I was like, this is what you wanted to hear? Gin and juice?
Honey, that's his little California thing, girl. He was mad. He was going back and forth. He's like, man, he's not paying me no mind. He's not playing what I'm playing. I'm like, look, this is a big day for him too, because we hadn't seen each other for so long. And they were like, they took care of me. My mom was like their mom. because she took care of them and they were just in my life. So this is a big moment for them too. And we hadn't seen each other for so many years. Okay, Lola, I'm coming. We haven't seen each other for so
Exactly.
many years. So I was just like, oh my God. So for me,
Okay.
it was just what happened. There she go.
Yeah.
Finally, there's your admirer. There's your admirer.
Mhm.
I didn't want to put her on blast. If you still on here, there's your admirer.
I mean, he was fly. He was fly.
He was funny though. He was. He was like, Stacey, you broke the record. It's like you have so many single women here. I was like, because these
It
women
was
don't have
it
time for
was funny
foolishness.
though.
I was like, we don't have time for foolishness. But there's your admirer. There's your admirer. She said, because it hurts when someone feels they can't be honest and withhold information.
It's
And
showing the messages out of order.
it is. Okay. She said, because you would understood. I'm sorry, y'all. It came in late. Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, that did hurt me. That's all the drama I went through, and it's still more. Okay, I didn't get through everything, but that's it. And my mom, she had her letter, but she's in a situation where um she can't do for herself. So she's heavily depending on my sister to carry out a lot of things. So I never got the letter that I wanted to read to everyone that she wanted to read at the wedding because she felt I just guess that wasn't important enough to just go drop it in the mail thing. I don't know how that worked. My mom said it's just hard to get her to do certain things. Again, this is a person that's self-absorbed, so I don't expect you to go over beyond. She may see this show. Do I care? No, because I have made peace in my life, and I don't think because of her not being in my wedding, despite of what we go through, that was just wrong. And I show up for that girl in every way that I can. And for you to just drop out for your own personal reasons, not saying that that's not valid, but dang, I will still show up for you. I'm done. So I have not, I don't even want to go back to that relationship. I think I've had enough. And I'm starting to understand that I'm okay with saying no. Shout out to my best friend Shayna and her mom. She filled in the gap for my mom. And guess what, y'all? She had a health scare and we didn't know. And she still was traveling twice, all the way from up north to Virginia
Mhm.
to be there for the wedding dress trying and for the
So
wedding. And she was sick. Okay. I'm not going to put out her diagnosis or anything online, but she was sick. So family should always be first. Honey, we in 2025. That ain't a thing. That's like of the past. So I've learned my lesson through this wedding. It taught me a lot.
sometimes it's just the family you choose. That's all.
Right.
So yeah, it's still family first.
Yes. And I have a great family. We're sisters. We have our time. We make up. We have our fuss. We're good. It's all good.
Mhm.
I was like, this taught me a lot about myself and it gave me resilience and I have patience more than ever now. So I hope I covered everyone. Oh, and shout out to Afton. She
That
killed that
food,
food. Afton tore that food up. Do you
bad,
hear me?
bad.
And it was made with real love because she was genuinely making that food. She drove me crazy through the process because that girl was like, get that, do that. But in the end of it, she hooked my table up. The table was pretty. She got her servers in line. They did, and that's her family helping her. And let me tell you, hands down, killed it. The food
Mhm.
was the center of the wedding. I don't care what nobody say. The
It was
food was the
amazing.
wedding. Yes, the food was amazing. So I'm just happy that everybody was a part of my day. I hope none of my bridesmaids were offended because y'all did well. I just shared a little bit of what I went through. Anya, I did kick up in your behind heavily. She's like my side puncher bag, but she knows my heart. So
Mhm. Because the nights that she was up, y'all, I was up with her some of them nights.
yes,
We
even with
we got
those
that stuff
hair,
done now.
them
I was like, "I
candles.
got you, best friend. When you need me, I'm there." She was like, "But I know you have to work tomorrow." I was like, "I'll sleep after the wedding. It's okay."
Yes, absolutely. Lynette says we're family. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all go. It's been real. I thank y'all for tuning in. Again, I thank you everyone that was a part of my wedding day. all of the guests. I almost took a Jet 2 holiday when I was on my first dance. Almost slipped. Andrew held on to me, so I wasn't on the floor, but it almost happened. It was a Jet 2
Holding you up
holiday.
already. He doing what he's supposed to do.
Listen, it was bad. I was like, oh God, please don't fall. And I did. And I said, God, you're on my side. Because if had I fell at that wedding, I'd have like, that's it. I'd have sat in the back the whole night.
Girl, you would have laughed about it and went right back to dancing.
Okay, my cousin did good with that mix. But thank y'all so much. My cousins, I love y'all hands down. We keeping it locked. They took a lot of the brunt. Things I couldn't say to my bridesmaids, they took the brunt of it. So I love y'all so much. And like I said, this is Pillow Talk. We are real, raw, and authentic here. Our next show is going to be great. Lynette should be back. It is about the new norm and the dysfunction. What is it called, Aya? The dysfunction.
Right here.
And hopefully my mom will have the letter because I'm going to read the letter. But yeah, what is the next show?
We've got the new norm, dysfunction disguised as personality.
Listen, that's going to be a good show because the stuff that's going on in these times is diabolical and people just expect you to just deal with it. So I love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. You have been unplugged. Have a good night.
Have a great night.